Hey guys, how are you? Today I have two books to share with you to kind of get into the holiday spirit. I was planning on more, as usual, but that probably won't happen, so I figure at least two books is good to kind of go with the whole Christmas theme. And the first book I have is the Book of Holiday Awesome by Neil Pasricha, or Pasricha, I'm not sure how you say it, but it's that one right there. And I think I've done a review on both of the first two awesome books. There's the Book of Awesome and the Book of Even More Awesome, and it's also a blog that I'll try to link below. And basically it's what it says. It is just a list of awesome things. Things that you love about life, or that make you happy, make you smile, just good things. And so this one is obviously holiday related. And it's not just Christmas, but the first section is Christmas. And there's also Hanukkah and Kwanzaa and New Year's, and then of course all the rest of the holidays. And it's just fun stuff about, hanging out with your family. And let's see what some of these are. There's wrapping a gift to make it look like something else, which my family is famous for. They will use boxes from old stuff, so whenever you open a present, you're never really sure if what you're getting is what the box is or if it's something else. Or there's eating the first freshly baked cookies from the oven even though it's way too hot, which I actually just did not too long ago. And finally finding the start of the stupid roll of tape. So I mean, it's just everyday stuff that you may not realize kind of is awesome about life. So yeah, it's just kind of helping you appreciate the holidays. And that's kind of a for everyone book. And the second book is more for the romance lovers, and I do love me some romance books. And this one is Gifts of Love by Kay Hooper and Lisa Kleypas. I guess that's how you say it. And it's actually two novellas together. And I love this. This is actually the second time I've read this. I read it a long time ago, just randomly, because I found it. And decided to get it again and read it again to share with all the booktubers out there, because I love it. So the first story is by Kay Hooper and it's Holiday Spirit. And I think both of these stories, I know the second one takes place in like 1875, but I think the first one is kind of around there too. And so Holiday Spirit is about a girl named Antonia, whose grandma is a countess or something like that, and lives in this big castle out kind of in the middle of nowhere. And so she's going to stay with her grandmother for Christmas and finds out that her grandmother invited her Antonia's ex-fiance, Richard, who's the Duke of Lineshell, something like that, but he's a duke. And not too long ago, I guess it was like a year ago or something like that, she broke off her engagement with him and never told anyone why. He doesn't even know why. And yeah, so she's just kind of gone in hiding since then and hasn't said anything about it. But her grandmother is convinced that there's still something there and that she loves him and she's going to get them back together. So he comes to this party that's supposed to be occurring. But of course the snow hits like it does every year and no other guests can come, and it's just the two of them and her family and the servants locked in this castle until the snow kind of thaws in a few weeks. And the grandmother kind of shacks the two of them up in this isolated wing of the castle, which is scandalous for the day. But she did it anyway, knowing that there's no one else there who's really going to tell on them. And while they're there in that wing, they see some ghosts that start appearing at night. And so they kind of try to figure out the ghost story that's going on, like what happened to them and who they are. And it brings them closer together, and then the whole reason for Antonia dumping Richard kind of comes out, and so you see that. And it was a really cute one. Sorry if my camera's shaky and it's not a very sturdy setup here. So that one is really cute. And then the second story is Lisa Kleypas, whatever, and it's called Surrender. And it is about Jason, who is an Irishman, and so of course he comes from poverty, and at that time, the Irish were really seen as like the bottom of the barrel, like the lowest level of society. So, but he fought his way up and went to Harvard, I think, or Yale, somewhere. He went to some big school, and he met Hale, who comes from a real high society Boston family. And so he works real hard and kind of tries to break into that high society. And he meets Hale's sister and falls in love, and they get married. Well, he loves her, and she loves him, but they don't actually know that each other loves them, because it's kind of like a set-up marriage. He bribes her family with enough money to allow her to marry an Irishman, and she likes him but never tells him. So anyway, they're married, and it's been a couple months when we come into that part of the story, and she's terrified of him. He thinks that she hates him and is disgusted by him, and so they just have this miserable life going on. Like, I mean, anytime she's near him, she starts shaking and she's just terrified. And he misinterprets that and thinks she hates him. So eventually, her brother, Hale, and his friend, former friend, they're not really friends at this point, gets involved. And Jason finds out that Laura, is it Laura? I forgot her name already. I'm pretty sure it's Laura. Isn't disgusted with her husband. She grew up very sheltered and very innocent and has no idea what to do in this marriage and all that. So she's just scared. And so Jason realized that he's been acting like a total ass, and kind of over this weekend with her family tries to reform himself, and they fall in love as a married couple, and it's super cute. So I mean, there's nothing really out of the ordinary for a romance, but I just thought these are particularly cute, and I love that. The one thing I kind of hate about romances is how these two people will meet usually and fall in love and want to get married or whatever in like a week. But in both of these stories, there's already a relationship there to build off of, so it's not so unrealistic, minus the ghosts and stuff in the first one. But, so that's the part I love about it. And so I just think they're really cute. I thought they were really well written. I like the characters. I'll probably read this many more times. I'll probably end up buying it, actually, because these are some of my favorite ones. And so I just think you should read them too. And I guess that's all for my Christmas, a little Christmas special here. So go read the Book of Holiday Awesome and Gifts of Love. And if you've read them or going to read them, whatever, let me know what you thought. If there are any other good holiday books that you like, recommend some for me. I can always use some new holiday reads. And I guess that's all. I'll talk to you guys later.